What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today in this video, guys, we're going to show you guys how to use this joker. You know, a ledger. Alright, guys, I'm sure you guys saw in the video that, it's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Lesson learned. That's why you always use one of these things. I was lazy. I didn't use one of the wallets with a ledger, and yes, it was hacked. Not a lot of fun. Good lesson learned. Very humbling, so it's good. It's good for you, right? Build strong bones. A good character. Anyways, guys, in this video, guys, we're going to show you guys how to attach this ledger wallet to either a Keplr extension wallet, a MetaMask, you name it. Why do I say this? Well, guys, because security is important. Trust me. I can tell you. Yes, don't be lazy. I was dumb. I was lazy because I don't like to click these dumb buttons every single time you got to confirm a transaction. No, don't do it. Set up the ledger. Trust me, it's worth it. We're going to talk to you guys about a couple of other steps you guys can do to protect yourself from being hacked. What I want to do first is go over the things I have written on this sticky note. These are things to protect yourself. I know a lot of people are probably not going to watch the end of this video because that's how it rolls. No one watches to the end of the video. Jeez, Puffy, you got your cord in my face? Get away. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Anyways, we're going to go through the different things you guys can use and do to protect yourself, especially if you're just going to be like, nah, bro, I ain't getting a ledger wallet. Hey, I don't blame you on it. It costs money, but hey, it is what it is. At least to have the peace of mind. This little $50 piece or $60 piece, well worth it, in my opinion. Trust me. Not financial advice. They even have cheap ones. You can get the Ledger Nano if you're a cheap guy like me, and you just have to re-upload and download the different dApps that you have to use. But hey, it is what it is. If you're more pricey, you can get some of the Ledger Nano X or the Trezor. I just use it because I need to have the security. Anyways, the first thing you need to know about is keylogging. Keylogging is one of those things that can wreck you. Now, what is keylogging? Well, there are two main kinds of keylogging. The first one is software keylogging. So what a software keylogging is where someone sends you a phishing email, you go onto a phishing website. Either or, it doesn't matter, they somehow get into your device's software. And what happens is when you are typing or anything you're typing in on that keyboard is being digitally transmitted to someone else via the internet. Like if you're typing in your private keys, your password, it doesn't matter. They can see exactly what you're typing and exactly what websites and dApps you're using. It's pretty crazy. Just watch some YouTube videos on what is keylogging and how can people keylog. So if you guys ever get a random email, do not click that link. As soon as you do that, it will go to a different link. It'll automatically be sent to their browser, and they keylog everything that you're doing. They'll be able to see the website you're on. They'll be able to see the dApps that you're on. They'll be able to see if you're typing in your MetaMask, your password. That's all the butter. They just need that password. Once they get that, they can get through your computer, and then they can go ahead and send transactions through and hack it that way. So keylogging is the first one. Now, what is the second form of keylogging? It's a hardware keylogging. This is more rare, but if you have a computer or a public device that people have access to, maybe a friend comes by, he knows you have crypto, he can plug something in where your quote-unquote keyboard goes to. So like right before your keyboard enters into there, there's like a little dongle. It's like a tiny little USB piece, and it literally plugs right into that, and he can actually connect through the internet, and it can actually see what you are logging via your keystrokes. So how do you defend against this, whether you have a keylogger or not? You just get a digital keyboard. It's that easy. So like you just have a digital keyboard that pops up right on your screen, like right up there, and you just click it in with your finger. Yeah, it's annoying, but dude, if you guys are making heavy transactions, it's just the peace of mind. Now I know you guys are asking yourself, well, if I'm in DeFi, I gotta approve a transaction, send a transaction, I gotta do this, this, and this, and this. Okay, guys, you're going to have different wallets. You're gonna have a DeFi wallet, you're going to have a quote-unquote savings wallet, and you're gonna have a quote-unquote airdrop wallet. You need to have 3 different wallets. You just have to. Because the one wallet you use in DeFi is most likely going to get hacked. Me, luckily, yes, I did have some good amount of funds in there that were stolen, but it wasn't my savings fund. This is where the savings fund is stored. Well, actually, not this. This is just how I can access it. Like, you can access it with any ledger you want. You just upload the private keys. So this, you can literally just punch it, beat it in the ground. I'm not going to do it because I'm a cheap guy, and it's $50, and I don't want to spend $50 again. You need to have 3 wallets. The reason why 3 is because that airdrop wallet or that random wallet that you use to go surfing different websites, that's fine. You can fish the mess out of it. I have no money on there, or I'll have like 10 bucks just for kicks. And you can steal all the money you want on there. There's nothing on there. And then I have the savings wallet. Well, that's going to be 100% backed by the hardware wallet. And then I'm going to have the DeFi wallet, which is still backed by the hardware wallet. So when you have this digital keyboard, what you could also do, so if you are doing a bunch of DeFi transactions, so you don't have to go back and forth, is you can open up a note. You can go through a keylogger, just a random note, or you can go on an email and just start typing stuff, and then you can actually type your password through that. And what you can do every time before you open up your wallet, you can go back to that email, copy, and paste it inside that. That way there's no typing on the keys. That's how you can get around a keylogger. Now that you understand keylogging is very risky and it's important to protect against, this one is not as likely, especially as long as you're not going on like phishing websites and all kinds of garbage. The second is always lock your wallet. If you're not at your computer, lock your wallet. How do you do that? You literally go to the MetaMask button. I'm going to show you guys how to do this now. This is just for MetaMask. You can do this for others as well. But there's a couple of cool features you guys can use to play around with your MetaMask. This 3 little button, do the expand view. It makes it so much easier, especially when you're messing around with a lot of settings. But look, now we have the expanded view. Now there are a couple of settings that you want to play around with. In order to get to that expand view, you open up your MetaMask in the little browser tab, and there's 3 little dots, and it says expand view. Use this. That'll help you. So now we have the expanded view. So now we need to lock our wallet. How do we do this? You literally hit that circle button, and there's a setting that says lock. You click it, it locks your wallet down. That's it. There's no transactions on it. You got to enter the password to open it back up. Now that doesn't get across someone who has your private keys. So if someone has your private keys, well, you're kind of pooped at that point. Do not give out your private keys, like nowhere. Don't type it in on the computer. Don't put it anywhere. Literally, if you're writing it on a piece of paper, lock it up in the safe. I don't get why people lock their hardware wallets in the safe. I mean, I understand, yeah, if you put it under extreme pressure, you may be able to get the private keys out of it. But I mean, what you really need to protect is those private keys. Those are the things that are important to protect, because your crypto is not stored on this. Your crypto is stored on the private keys, if you guys didn't understand that. So now you understand the second thing is always lock your wallets. Third, never store your private keys onto the device. Fourth, no scammy websites or scammy links. So like I mentioned to you, if it sounds too good to be true, if it walks like a scam, talks like a scam, it's a scam. Don't do it. I mean, especially when you go onto a link that looks just like MetaMask and it says, hey, enter your private keys now. No, don't do that junk. Especially with when you approve a transaction you have no idea about. Like if you're going on some random website that says, hey, you need to approve this token to sell it. No, don't do that. If you don't know what the token is and it's just like a couple $100, or it's not worth it. I mean, really, it's not. If you really, really need to sell it, don't sell it. It's going to drain all of your funds. So just think to yourself, if I got $1,000 in this wallet and me selling this token gives me $500, well, you're gonna basically pay $500 to get that. Actually, no, you aren't gonna pay $500 because they're gonna drain your wallet. Because as soon as you make that transaction, that money that's gonna go in there, drain. So basically, you're paying $1,000 for nothing. So whatever you have in that wallet, you're gonna consider it lost, especially if you approve that Ponzi transaction. Don't mess with that coin. It's a scam, most likely. If you guys are unsure if it's a scam or not, you can go into our Telegram chat. It's a link in the description below. You guys can say, hey, is this a scammy link? Well, not everyone's going to know they're 100%, but there are a lot of people in there that are pretty experienced in crypto and be like, yeah, that's an ongoing airdrop. Or be like, bro, don't touch that link. I've never seen it in my life. Or it'll be like, hey, do more research. Why don't you go to their Twitter, visit their Twitter, see if it's a shill site. If it's something you cannot confirm, don't touch it. Like, period. Do not touch it. I mean, Worst case scenario, you just wait 2 months and then find out it is legit, and then you can sell it then. Don't mess with it. Next, well, I already mentioned private keys. Next is use a VPN. Why is this important? Okay, your IP address is your location. That is where you are at. Once they get your IP address, that's how they can hack into your system. What they can do is, if hackers are able to find your IP address, they can act like they are onto your computer, and if they know your computer password, they can actually visit or go into your computer digitally, you know, like through Zoom or things like OBS. I mean, there are so many different services that are connected via the internet, and at that point in time, they can actually connect through your device, and they just need your computer password. Even if you have that friend or quote-unquote friend you know and trust, not so much. Or even if you have that person who has the keylogger who is able to get it by going through your email or phishing you through a website, they now have your IP address. Now they're logging your keys. They figure out what you're typing in on your passwords, on your MetaMask, your computer. They know everything. So all they got to do now is access it virtually, and then they just type in the passwords to get into your computer, and then they type in the password to get into your MetaMask. Guys, I'm not teaching you this stuff so you can hack people. I'm teaching you this stuff so you guys can know how to not get hacked. So the reason why I talk about the hardware wallet is, if they're able to get into your wallet, they're able to get into your computer. If it's backed by the hardware wallet, the only way that transaction is going to go through is if this wallet is plugged in and there's a person on the other side clicking these little buttons here and here to confirm the transaction. The hacker cannot click these buttons here and here to confirm that transaction. Now you guys understand the importance of a hardware wallet. Yes, there are other things involved where they can take your fingerprint, so that is something interesting as well. Also, if you guys have newer computers, some of them allow you to access your computer through a fingerprint. That is something important, especially when someone is keylogging your device. You use a fingerprint. If you guys are fearful and think someone has keylogged your device, there's only one thing, well, there's two things you can do. One is buy a brand new computer and just start all over. Two is you download all of your data, store all of your data, reboot your device, and re-upload it. That is all you can do. Now, how to figure out if your device is actually being backed by a keylogger? Well, your computer has an activity monitor in it. What you can do is you can search your computer device. You literally do the Command F feature, or at the, like for example, mine's a Mac, at the top right hand corner, you have like a little search feature or a magnifying glass. You go in there and type activity monitor. If you still cannot find it after doing that, just do a couple Google searches for your computer's device, and it's pretty easy to find. Guys, if you aren't going to figure out and invest in how to secure yourself, the hackers are going to do it, and that's how they're going to make their investment. They're going to steal your money. You guys need to be careful. They're getting more and more advanced and more techy, so be very, very careful. Next is, well, this is actually last. Then we're going to go ahead and show you guys how you can actually implement the hardware wallet, is disconnect all the sites you have no idea about, or just disconnect the sites, period. You literally go to the setting that says connected sites. Now here's the sites I'm currently connected to. At the end of the day, or at the end of a few months, you literally hit trash. We're going to disconnect all these because I don't know. I don't want them being able to have access to my wallet. No, this is not a foolproof way, especially if you went onto the website and approved a transaction. Then they kind of have access to, like, if you do infinite approve of USDC, they can actually wipe that whole wallet of USDC. So how you would do that is you literally go on Etherscan and you can decline the approval. You can also do this on things like DBank or Zapper. I made a couple videos on that. Just check my channel on how to protect yourself from hackers, and that will pull across for you. So now, what you guys have been waiting for is how you guys connect your Ledger wallet. If you guys are waiting for it, well, then you're definitely serious about security. If you guys haven't been, well then, yeah, I don't know what you're doing. You haven't been hacked yet. So to see the rest of this video, well, you guys have to pay easy payments of $9.99 every single month. I'm just kidding, guys. We're going to show you guys how to do this now. You literally go to this circle button up here on the right-hand corner, and you do connect hardware wallet. It's that easy. Once you connect your hardware wallet, it'll say, hey, I'm going to shrink myself to get myself out of the way. What you do is say, hey, I got a ledger or a Trezor. Make sure you have it plugged in. Right now, Puffy is occupying the USB device or USB port, so can't really plug my ledger in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit ledger, and it says continue and looking for your ledger. I don't have it plugged in because she's right here. It's off the internet. They cannot find it. And sorry, buddy, you can't access it. That's how you can add it to MetaMask. So now let me show you guys how to do Keplr. So if you go to Keplr, man, that is a lot of fun to see. Hacked. Anyways, now to add the hardware wallet, what you need to do is go under wallets. So if you do add an account, this is where you can add the account, and you do import ledger. You can import an existing account or create a new account, but if you're trying to import your ledger, you type it in, say whatever you want to say, and you do next. Now it's going to pop up and say connect your ledger. It's probably not going to show up, like mine wouldn't show up, so I had to check this box that says use alternative USB connection method. So this was to connect via the USB. And that's it. It'll say, okay, great, your ledger's been attached, and now your ledger is attached. So every time you'll make a transaction, you need to go into your ledger wallet. There's going to be different apps involved, and you literally open up the Cosmos app. If you're on anything Cosmos, this can be like your Akash network, this can be Juno, this can be Osmosis, this can be Cosmos, any of them. Just as long as it's a Tendermint-based chain, you need to have the Cosmos dApp installed. How do you install that Cosmos dApp? Well, hang on. Before I get into that, let me make sure you guys understand these steps. So again, to reattach the wallet to either a MetaMask or a Keplr, all you got to do is go to the settings and connect hardware wallet. This is for the MetaMask. Make sure your ledger is plugged in order to do this. Once you do this, it'll say, hey, great, continue, and then you can confirm it on your ledger. You're done. It's set up. Great. Now let's go back to Keplr. Before we confuse you guys, go to the settings under Keplr. You literally go to add a wallet on this little guy at the top right hand corner, and you hit add an account. Once you guys add that account, it'll bring you to this page. You hit import ledger. This is where you're going to import the ledger and attach it on there. So when you import that ledger, then it's going to allow you to go through the steps, and it puts your ledger on the device. That's it. You need to make sure your ledger is unlocked when you're doing these steps. Now, what's the next step? How can you confirm each transaction? I hit confirm on the screen, and it is not showing up on my ledger. My transaction will not go through. What the snap? Okay, well, now you need to install the dApp on Ledger Live. You guys need to download Ledger Live. So when you guys have Ledger Live downloaded, there is a setting that says Manager. In Manager, you need to unlock your device, and you can install the dApps here. If you're playing on Ethereum, Harmony 1, or anything that has to do with the MetaMask, that has the EVM compatibility, even with Fantom, all you need to do is download the Ethereum account. That's it. So whenever you confirm on Fantom, whenever you confirm on Harmony 1, whenever you confirm on anything, you need to have your ledger connected on Ethereum. So you literally go to your ledger and you open up the Ethereum dApp. There's a setting in there that says allow smart contracts, or aka allow blind signing. Let me go ahead and show you guys this now. So now what you need to do is go on your MetaMask and enable your Ledger Live, or you can have the HID. Me personally, what I've found to work is actually using Ledger Live. So you can actually go directly here, hitting that circle and hitting these settings. If you go under the advanced, it'll actually say preferred ledger connection type. Customize how you connect with your ledger. Web HID is recommended, but other options available. Me personally, I like the Ledger Live because that works for me the best. However, other people may say, no, I like the Web HID. What this is going to do is it'll make you pop up a open browser for your MetaMask to confirm your transaction in there. I don't actually like that. I actually like opening the Ledger Live. And when I do the Ledger Live, you have to make this Ledger Live, make sure this Ledger Live dApp is open on your computer. If you're on the manager, it is not going to work. You need to go on the portfolio overview or your accounts. Either of them will do. When you're on the portfolio overview, you can close this browser down or keep it minimized. And what you do is you go to the internet browser. Keep in mind, you need to have Ledger Live open before you even start up your internet browser. Because if you start up your internet browser, it's not going to sense that you have Ledger Live open. And now you guys understand why I was a bit lazy, because there are a lot of steps involved now that the Ledger doesn't even connect properly. So it used to actually connect straight through. You didn't even have to have Ledger Live. I miss those days, but hey, it is what it is. So Ledger Live is set up on our MetaMask. Great, we're awesome, we're good there. Ledger Live is open at the bottom. Let's go ahead and open up our browser. So we open up our browser and we are good to go. So now we say go on Uniswap, whatever we want to go and swap on, and say we want to confirm a transaction. I'm going to go to one of the dApps and just act like I'm going to confirm a transaction to show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so here's on the ledger. Say I want to trade 0.1 Ethereum. So I'm going to trade, let's say, 0.1 Ethereum for some Aave tokens. So what I need to do is now I'm going to hit swap. Now what's going to happen is I confirm the swap. This is on the Ledger device connected with MetaMask. I'm going to say, okay, yeah, that looks really cool. The gas fee is not too bad. Let's see, how much is the gas? Oh, wow, actually that gas fee is righteous. That is pretty righteous, dude. That is righteous, man. Wow. Anyways, now that my ledger is inside, well, now that my ledger is connected to my MetaMask, I'm going to hit confirm. Now what's crazy is, boom, as you guys noticed, Ledger Live just popped up. See, it says expose your device accounts through WebSocket. So I'm going to hit open, and as long as my ledger is connected and my device is unlocked and I'm open on the Ethereum app, it will say, great, you're connected. And then when I'm on the Ethereum app, it'll show up the transaction, and you can scroll through the transaction hash, and then you can hit approve, decline, whatever. So the coolest thing though is that the transaction will not go through until this is confirmed. So say you fat finger and you're like, oh, wait, I just confirmed the transaction at like 400 Gwei and I did not want to make the swap. This transaction is not going to go through because I didn't confirm it. It's almost like the undo send on an email. Say you send a really nasty email to someone and you're like, I don't want to send that. You hit undo send, boom, done. The email didn't go through. Great. No harm, no foul. Anyways, guys, that's how you can add the Ledger hardware wallet to either a MetaMask or a Keplr. Guys, why do I talk about this now? Well, because I was dumb. I should have attached the Ledger hardware wallet to every single wallet I had. I was lazy on one of them, and it is what it is. Lesson learned, won't do it again. And guys, if my mistake saves thousands from making the same mistake that I made, it's well worth it. I'm happy to pay the cost for you guys. If you guys want to get a ledger, there's a link in the description below so you guys can get a ledger. And if you guys want to join the Discord or the Patreon, where we talk about different farms, different altcoins, and basically strategies I'm doing in the market. And yes, I will be talking more about security as well. You guys can join in the description below. Guys, you need to take security very seriously. What is the point in making a ton of gains in crypto if you just go to lose it all to a hacker? There's no point at all. Like literally, you should just stop now. Seriously. Because if you aren't going to take security very seriously, you're going to lose all of your money that you earn. So you literally can say, yeah, I made zero. Actually, I lost money. I didn't make any profits. So keep that in mind, guys. Hope that helped. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go ahead and leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 14, verses 3. In the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them. I love it. Do not be prideful, because when you guys are prideful, you will be quickly humbled. Be humble. That's the best thing to do. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys liked it, give me a like. And guys, stay safe out there. There are hackers about. They are going to come for your money. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one. Y'all guys can also catch me on tweeters. It's at rent a home fast, like literally at rent a home fast.